pounding on the door on my cell. It was Ryan at 6 a.m. He quickly told me that they were trying to transport him to force him to have surgery, to take the bullet out of his arm. He also slipped me a note under the door that said they were taking him to Oregon State University Hospital to have surgery forced on him. The guard would not let him use the phone to call the attorney. He was calm but firm that they do not have consent to take the bullet out of his arm, to have surgery on him. He told the guard that he did not know about any of this, and neither did his legal team. Nothing was on the court docket, no orders were made, nobody knew anything about it. The guard called in a sergeant, Sanders, and he told Ryan that the marshals were ready to transport him. I only briefly heard this. Then Ryan ran upstairs again to tell me that the marshals were here to take him, but they did not have his consent. The sergeant ran up the stairs after him, and then Ryan walked calmly back down the stairs. The sergeant began pushing Ryan violently and slammed him against the wall. Ryan was calm and non-aggressive. He said over and over again, "I am going, I am consenting, I am going." The sergeant then slammed him into the Sally Port door and violently shoved him through it. Ryan was continually saying, "I am going, I am complying, I am going." The sergeant then grabbed him by the body and swung him around and rammed Ryan's head into the metal door jamb. I heard a grunt from Ryan, but he kept saying, "I am going, I am going, I am complying." The sergeant then slammed Ryan to the floor on his face. After a few grunts, he continued to say, "I am going, I am complying, I am going." Shortly after, 3 or 4 men came in the Sally Port and forcefully handcuffed Ryan and drug him out. I could not see Ryan's face where he was slammed into the metal door jamb. Ryan has never refused to go to court before, or anything else for that matter. He was afraid and had every reason to believe that they were going to force him to surgery. Just a few days before, the Department of Justice, I believe it was Department of Justice, had a hearing and was trying to get the courts to force Ryan to surgery. They already forced him to x-ray, and one doctor refused to do the surgery. He was informed that another doctor said he would do it. This bullet is one of the bullets that was shot by the FBI or Oregon State Police when Lavoie was killed. Ryan said he was shot in the arm before Lavoie left the vehicle. Ryan believes that the FBI were going for his head, and when it hit the glass, it deflected to his shoulder. The bullet is one that is unaccounted for and part of the FBI shooting cover-up. He also knows that another shot came through the roof that the FBI did not report, possibly others as well. He also believes that Lavoie was shot at least once when he was still in the truck. The shot and holes in the roof are possibly why the FBI or Oregon State Police will not release Lavoie's truck. The FBI and Department of Justice want to take the bullet by force without anyone present. Ryan told them that if he consents, the bullet will remain in his custody and go through the forensic investigation by a private, neutral party. They did not like his terms. This was just a few days ago. And then this morning, without any warning, the deputies come to take him down to be transported by the U.S. Marshals. No warning, nothing on the court docket. Ryan had every reason to believe that he was forcefully going to surgery. I have not talked with Ryan other than a few quick words this morning. I'm not sure where he is at, but have some reports that say he is in the hole for disciplinary reasons, for resisting being taken. A few of the inmate workers said they heard the guards joking and laughing about it downstairs. These workers saw the whole incident themselves this morning, and then hearing the guards joke and make fun with it this afternoon upset them. I have several affidavits from those that heard and saw what they did to Ryan. All of them say that Ryan was non-aggressive and was calmly trying to help the deputies understand his concern. Even when they used excessive force, Ryan remained calm. It was difficult to see my brother abused. I watched the entire event locked in while I pounded on the door to wake others up to witness. I do not believe that any man, woman, or child should be forced to let another person enter their body without consent, and then to use drugs to sedate the person without consent even makes it more egregious. This appears very close to be something that we call rape. When they finally let me out of my cell a few hours later, Deputy Rose would not give me a form to report the incident. Then later a sergeant came in and he told me to use the general request form to report it if I would like. Rose was one of the guards joking and making fun of what was going on downstairs. He also refused my attorney from calling in to get my report and seek help. The phone receipts will prove this. My attorney tried to call through all afternoon to help. They were denied access to me multiple times for several hours. Finally, my attorney decided to get on a plane and to speak to me in person. Need I say, Ryan nor I have been convicted. We are only accused by a lady with an affidavit that has more inaccurate statements in it than my 7-year-old daughter would make. Any just grand jury would have seen through it. But of course we know the grand jury is controlled by the prosecutors. So much for the Fourth Amendment. So much for being innocent until proven guilty. So much for the First, Second, Fifth, Sixth, Seventh, Eighth, Ninth, and 10th Amendments, the Bill of Rights. In fact, so much for the entire Constitution. Just like Sergeant Jacobs said to me today, I don't know, I don't care, I don't want a history lesson, I don't want to listen to you, we just do with you what the feds tell us to do. So much for federalism, where the county, state, and federal government are for the people and designed to say no to each other when rights of the people are being violated. The people's guards have become the offenders, and the people have no defense. What are we to do? Thank you, Ammon Bundy.